Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 24th. I was going to say May. It is not May. And I couldn't remember if it was the 23rd or the 24th. It's the 24th. I am at the Cancer Center. There's always mixed emotions when I come here. Mixed emotions because the people here are so nice. And, you know, they've become like friends. So it's always nice to come and see them. But a little bitter because, you know, it's just a reminder of what I have been through and what I am still going through and what will be my future, my reality for the near future and the extended future. So we're here. What are we doing today? So we had a little bit of not a scare, but like a concern, because I think I had mentioned it in a previous video. I have not been vlogging consistently, so I do not know what I have shared with you and when I have shared it. So if I sound redundant, blame it on the fog brain, okay? But I had a little bit of a concern because in January my numbers started going up, and if you don't know what that means, I know I've explained it before, but numbers in the sense that I do not get scans. The cancer, the cancer, okay? Curtis. The cancer that I had was very small, and so scans aren't going to detect it. And then in terms of once it was removed, the microscopic cells that were left behind were microscopic. So scans are not going to pick them up. So I do blood tests. And so the blood test, one of the blood tests that I do, the numbers, if they're under 38, it's okay. Mine shot up from like, I forgot if it was like a 30 or a 31, shot up to a 41. And then I did the blood test again in February and it shot up to a 45. So it's like, why do these numbers keep going up? So then we got the big guns out, okay? The Signatera test. And that's the test that is specifically tailored to the DNA of Curtis, the cancer tumor, okay? We took Curtis's DNA and we done made a blood test so that we can monitor if Curtis decides he wants to come back, because we broke up. Hey, Curtis was sad and I said, no, we're not gonna be together, Curtis. I have moved on. So the blood test is kind of like the restraining order, you know, that keeps Curtis away. But sometimes, you know, Curtis might come back, and we're praying he never does. So we took out the big guns, and thankfully when I did that test, it was 0. So there is absolutely no trace of Curtis in my blood system right now. Will that always be the case? No. Hence why I have to do that test every 6 months. So we are here just to follow up because we just did the test in February, and I'm just going to meet with my oncologist, you know, do all the things that we do at the cancer center. I don't think I'm getting a shot today, but I don't even know. I've lost track. Seriously, part of me has lost track of my cancer treatment because it's like there's just still so much that I do with the pills that I take, and the this and the that and the shot and the Kisqali and the 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. No, 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and you get your things from Canada, and then, you know, you get these big boxes that come from out of country, and that's your medication. It's just a lot. So I've lost track. But we are here because that's what we do. We pretty much are at the cancer center every month. And I think I'm going to be at the cancer center every month. I have to come back next week too. So April, I think I have to come back for treatment again. May, I'm not sure. June, I lost track. I don't even know. I just look at my portal. Whatever. So we're here, and you know, mixed feelings. But we're here. I'm rambling. I'm tired. I have a headache. I think that when I have to come here, you know, my stress levels they kind of go up. And my kids have been annoying the living crap out of me. Mommy, he said this. Mommy, she said that. Mommy. And it's just like overwhelming, overstimulated. And I'll just lock myself in my room and be like, Mommy's off the clock. Leave me alone. Okay? So I've been a little stressed out with that. This is my last week at work before I have surgery. And of course, a little stressed out with that because I'm trying to tie up some loose ends. You're like, but the year doesn't end until June. Not really. Yes, the school year ends in June, but there's a lot of paperwork that us teachers have to do for like our observations and our summatives and, you know, the whole, I forgot, it's like the review process that teachers go through every year. And when you're tenure, you still have to go through the process. It's not as arduous as it is when you're a new teacher, but it is still a process and it's still a lot of paperwork. And usually that process begins to wind down and tie itself up in April, but I'm out the whole month of April. So I'm trying to tie up all those loose ends this week. So the next 3 days. So a little hectic there. Plus I have to write out all my lesson plans for when I am out. And that is also a little hectic, but we're okay. So that's where we're at. Positive things. I have lost some weight. I am officially down to 194 pounds. This morning I weighed myself. I went up to 194.8. Was not happy about that 0.8, but my husband cooked yesterday and he cooked a little bit late in the day. So he made a lasagna, spinach lasagna. It was really, really good. But I ate it at like 7 o'clock at night and I had a big piece. So I was like, the scale's gonna go up. It is what it is. But I'm gonna try my best to document what I'm doing leading up to my surgery. And I'm definitely vlogging the heck out of surgery day and recovery and all that good stuff. My doctor has given me the thumbs up on recording in the OR. So I'm excited to see my guts. I want to see my insides. Okay. I want to see the blood. I want to see the open abdomen. I want to see it all. I really do. And I hope you want to see it too. So if you don't, just I'll put a viewer discretion advised, and I'll be like, okay, don't watch now, stuff, you know, just to kind of give you a heads up if you're not into blood and gore. So, but I am. So yeah, it's 9:41. I have to get in there. My appointment is at 10:15, so I'm gonna stop vlogging and I'm gonna play a little video game that I love to play. It's called Pixel Flow, and I am going to listen to some music in my car, and doing those things calm me down. So that's what we're gonna do. So your girl just finished her appointment and your girl is happy. Okay, why is your girl so happy? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm happy, number one, because my numbers look good. The white blood cell count low, but as expected because of the meds that I'm on. Red blood cells are also low and large, but again, to be expected because of the drug that I'm on, the treatment, Kisqali. But your girl is really happy for two reasons. Reason number one, your girl is not going to do that cancer antigen test anymore. We took it off the menu because it has too many false positives, which brings about too much anxiety and stress. So we just took it off the table. Okay, we've got the goodness, oh my God, almost saw a car accident. And I was honking because the lady's driving just a little bit too fast. So what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh my God, I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, we took it off the table, the cancer antigen test, because the Signatera test is a much stronger test. So we're just going to stick with that one. And the other reason why I'm happy is because the treatment that I'm on, one cycle of Kisqali, that's the active targeted treatment that I am on. One cycle is 1 month, which is 3 weeks on treatment and then 1 week break. I always get super happy when I get the week break because for a week you just feel a little bit more normal. The Kisqali does make me feel sick. It is not a chemotherapy, but it is classified under the chemotherapy drugs. And for me, it does make me feel mildly like I'm on chemo, at least for like the first hour of the day. And then yesterday when I took my pills, I don't know what happened. I got real sick yesterday, real sick, but we pushed through. So I'm just excited because I'm on the end of week 3 right now, which means next week I get a break from Kisqali. But because I'm having surgery after next week on April 6th, she was like, just stay off of Kisqali for 1 more week and have your surgery. And then a week after surgery, get back on. I'm like, I had a 2-week break from treatment. I don't know what to do with myself.